turn back and go to hell with what they think about me. I'm here for you. I'm here for you until we're done. I gotta double down, baby, I love you, and that's forever. Tell them I don't give a F about what they think about me. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. I'm here for you until we're done. Until we're done.
Welcome to Club Shada episode 383 or something like that. I hope everybody's doing good. I hope everybody is in their best feelings. How do I turn on this light? There you go. Perfect. Listen. l'heure est grave. We cannot even in reality cannot spend a weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, without all the craziness that is going on. So yeah, let's have an hour and talk about it. This is nuts, everything that is going on right now. Actually, first of all, before I say hi to everybody, what I need to do is send a notification to all my people that I'm live, because these platforms won't do the job. So you have to do it yourself. That's the only way. So let me do it. Let me see. First of all, I'm gonna post. I really need to give this fridge away. All right, past 383, and then send to my WhatsApp story for those who are on WhatsApp. There you go. All right, listen. Let's get on. First of all, before I begin, sorry, some YouTube comment threw me off. As I was saying, I'm having some audio issues with Spotify not going from where it's supposed to go to Ecamm, and it's becoming way too convoluted. I'm gonna have to talk to the people from Ecamm. They have to provide me a mixer so that my microphone and my music can all come from the same place, and not the crazy way I'm doing it right now. This show is brought to you by ShadaWear.com. I'm wearing the Accra, Bamako, Cape Town, Praia. This is African capitals number 1 or number 2, I don't know. The Gods of Good Fortune. Our main sponsor is Black Freethinker. Thank you for supporting the show. As always, put the flag of where you are watching from, and if you are watching from the replay, yeah, do the same thing. Put the flag of where you're watching from. Leave a comment, leave a like, share this thing, and leave a comment about the conversation anytime you want. I will, of course, reply to you. Hi, Adriana. I have no clue what you're talking about, but big up. Loon is Loon or Luna? Beijinhos, Loon. Gaylord. Avec plaisir. Bienvenue. All right, listen. What a weekend. Listen. From Friday till today, news have been crazy. You guys, listen. The news have been all sorts of crazy. So let me go to and see. And let's talk about, first of all, listen. The first thing I want to talk about is what happened 2 days ago. Because 2 days ago, the whole world stopped because of one line of code in an update that was sent to a bunch of machines around the world that are all working with the same monopoly, which is Microsoft. And because of that, one bug destroyed the return or going on holidays, planes, trains, automobiles. People could not log in into hotel rooms. Like, people could not work. Like, crazy stuff. So CrowdStrike and Microsoft, what we know about the global IT outage. A massive tech failure has caused travel chaos around the world, with banking and healthcare service badly hit. Flights have been grounded because of the IT outage, a flaw which left many computers displaying blue error screens. There were long queues, delays, and flight cancellations at airports around the world as passengers had to manually be checked in. Manually? Back in the 70s. Cybersecurity firm CrowdStrike has admitted that the problem, they're gonna lose so much money. They admitted that the problem was caused by an update to its antivirus software, which is designed to protect Microsoft Windows devices from malicious attacks. Microsoft has said it is taking mitigation action to deal with the lingering impact of the outage. This is going to cost them billions of dollars. What has caused the outage? It is still unclear. CrowdStrike is known for producing antivirus software intended to prevent hackers from causing this type of disruption. Well done. According to CrowdStrike boss George Kurtz, the issues are only impacting Windows PCs and no other operating system, and were caused by a defect in a recent update. The issue has been identified, isolated, and a fix has been deployed. This is not a security incident or cyber attack. What exactly was wrong with the update is yet to be revealed, but as a potential fix involved deleting a simple file, it is possible that just one rogue file could be at the root of all the mayhem. Blah, 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 blah. Airports have been affected. British Airways, Delta, American, Virgin Australia, Tokyo, Amsterdam, Delhi, Dubai, railway companies, Alaska, news. Like, listen. Listen. The thing is this. Man and machine are merging in front of us. All of us now are all dependent on WhatsApp to talk with our families and our loved ones. Listen, the quality of phone calls here in Portugal is better on WhatsApp than normal calls. So most of the people I called, even when they live here, I call them on WhatsApp. So we are arriving in this point where, and listen, we have seen it. Madze, what up? We have seen it with my how you call this? With my issue with Instagram and Facebook, right? One simple mistake, and I got banned from Instagram for 2.5 months now, almost 3. Without any place where I can talk to somebody. And this is because these companies in this world wants to be reliant on technology, machines, computers, and they want to do nothing. They want to have, like, listen, I used to have any issue with a software or something. You could just send an email. Somebody would reply to you straight away. Or go to a chat box. And as soon as one person was available, you would talk to a human. But now all these companies, they want to force you to talk to bots. Bots who are all repeating to you the same bullshit that, listen, if you don't know how to use a software or whatever service, it might give you the answer you're looking for. But if you're somebody like me who knows his way around, so if I'm contacting you, it's because I need to talk about somebody, to talk about something technical. I don't want to talk to a bot. But all of these companies, they want to rely completely on software. And listen, I'm a guy from the future myself. I don't have nothing against software, but your software has to be reliable 1000%. 1000%. And the problem is all of these companies, they want to rely on all these while the software, the AIs are not ready yet. It's just a race to who's going to be the first to use. And only when you have this type of situations that people realize, yeah, we might have to scale back a bit. And listen, that was crazy what was happening, because it's the admission to the Olympic. What about time? It's the admission to the Olympic Games in Paris is actually this week. You have plane people going on holiday. You have trains. You have TV station, news stations, hotels. Listen, imagine you booked a hotel. You pay €1,000 to stay like 3, 4, 5 days in a room, and you cannot enter the room because these guys have no way to enter the system of the worldwide booking of their hotels to make sure that this room is yours. So what do you do now? You just stay here and you wait, and the clerk at the entrance tells you there's nothing I can do. But what if you have things to do? What if you came for a show, you have a show in 2 hours, you just have to take a shower and you arrive at 10? How do we do? And listen, the worst part here was there was one person, they had the reservation to the room, and they could give him, but they could not create a key for them to enter the room, because the whole key system, well, they give you a card that you can use to open the room, was on Microsoft. So since everything is on Microsoft, when Microsoft goes down, the whole world stops working. Listen, this is ridiculous. Like you cannot be taken seriously when you have the whole world that you want to work, you want to create, is based on things that are flawed. And listen, they want you to have self-driving cars. They want you to have cyber brains. Listen, some people could not be admitted to the hospital for an operation that was urgent just because the check-in system was not working. Makes no sense. So, in the worst, it's not even a hack. It's a human mistake. So listen, it means that let's take a world in 10, 20 years where there's been a push to make all the cars green electric and self-driving because humans can drive. All right. Somebody pushed this. Probably some smart American probably pushes this because the whole green energy, blah 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 blah, and now everybody goes in the car and they read their journal or they watch Netflix or YouTube while the car drives itself by itself. Now imagine you're on a bridge, and all of a sudden the whole systems go down, and all the cars just jump the bridge or run into each other because the system just doesn't work anymore. That's not possible. And now people are trying to go manual, but there's no manual override. C'est pas sérieux. This is not serious. Listen, I don't know if the stock option of Microsoft took a hit. But yeah, that is a serious problem. These type of things. This is how you take a hit. This is the crowd strike. Let me see. The stock. Oh shit. As you can see, it is going down. It went from 390 to, oh, you lost $90. Lord, that's a lot of money lost. Damn. What is talking about China? How China swerved, worst of global tech meltdown. While most of the world was grappling with blue screen of death on Friday, one country managed to escape largely unscathed was China. The reason is quite simple. CrowdStrike is not used in China. Very few organizations will buy software from an American firm that in the past has been vocal about the cybersecurity threat posed by Beijing. Additionally, China is not reliant on Microsoft as the rest of the world. Domestic companies such as Alibaba, Tencent, and Huawei are the dominant cloud providers. So reports of outages in China, when they did come, were mainly at the foreign firms or organization. On Chinese social media site, for example, some users complained that they were not able to check international chain hotels such as Sheraton, Marriott, and Hyatt in Chinese city. Over recent year, government, organization, businesses, and infrastructure operators have increasingly been replacing foreign IT systems with domestic ones. Some analysts like to call this parallel network the splinter net. It's a testament to China's strategic handling of foreign tech operation. There you go. Microsoft operates in China through a local partner, 21 Vianet, which manages its services independently of its global infrastructure. This setup insulates China's essential services like banking and aviation from global disruptions. Listen. Yes, and yes. You cannot have all these companies come to you and say everything has to be American companies taking care of everything, because it is way too dangerous, because when it goes down for the whole world. You see China, they have their own system, they have their own cloud, and the Americans keep telling, yeah, but it's a threat for... No. If I was the president of France or Congo, that's the same thing that I would do. I would say bye-bye everything that is strategic, and that hospital, trains, planes, airports, all that. National companies with backups, with fail-safe, etc. Not something that comes from outside. Are you crazy? But yeah, that's what they do. What are we gonna do? Bonsoir from France. Personne anonyme. Bonsoir, j'espère que ça va bien. Jujuzao, what it do? How you doing? I hope you're doing good. Listen. This is crazy. But yeah, listen. This is a lesson for all of us. Listen. Listen. It was just a good Sunday. It was just a normal Sundays. And I thought that, I thought everything would be Okay. Wow. That's crazy. You know, when Trump did his entrance to the official nomination as the RNC presidential nominee, I said to myself, it is as if he watches Club Shada. I know he doesn't, because he probably has a bunch of aides and people that tell them exactly what they should do, and they just thought the same thing as me. And in reality, yeah, he said exactly what I would have said. Be solennel, talk about God. God save me. God push my. You remember everything I told you last week? That's exactly everything he said. And yeah, listen, you had all these Republican women crying. And listen, in reality, it is a miracle from him. If you remove the idea of winning elections, etc., if you think about it, somebody almost killed you. So yeah, this makes you ask yourself, yeah, listen, is this the hand of God? Or is this the boob of Jujuzan? Something saved Donald Trump from getting killed. And sadly, somebody took one of those bullets. So rest in peace. But, and to me, I was like, okay, listen, there's 4 months to go before the US elections. Good luck to all of them. And I believe that, well, in 4 months, anything can happen. We'll see. But yo. Well, let me listen. The whole world must be talking about this. Let me go to CNN breaking news. Master Electronic, what up? Urban Sweet Spot, what up? Everybody, put some likes, and don't forget to put your flags and some rainbows in the chat. All right. Yo, listen. Biden, listen, this is breaking news. Like it was an hour ago. Biden drops out, endorses Harris. He says so what they say, top Biden Harris from the donor prepared to back Harris. Damn, too much news on CNN. Damn it. Biden drops out of presidential race and endorses Harris to be a nominee. Let me go to some Indian, some UK stuff. There you go. US politics. Kamala Harris says, my intention is to earn and win the nomination after Joe Biden endorses her for 2024 race. Whoa. Politicians across the world have voiced support for Joe Biden following his announcement that he will suspend his presidential campaign. Kamala Harris of Ireland was among the foreign leaders reacting to Biden's decision with praise. President Biden has been a voice for reason, effective multilateralism, and shared solutions. He said that Biden and the U.S. saw early on that Russian attack on international blah, blah, blah. Isaac, president of Israel, said he wanted to extend his heartfelt thanks to Biden for his friendship and support of the Israeli people over his decade-long career. Let me see what goes on. Okay, Trump is up there. Wait, I don't want to search. I want trends. There you go. Biden. Wow. Twitter is going crazy. Twitter is going crazy. Joe Biden dropped out of the November election race with a statement Sunday night. I believe it's in the best interest of my party and the country for me to stand down and focus solely on fulfilling my duties as president for the remainder of my term, he said in a statement. And then he endorsed Kamala Harris to replace him. I have to call Esimi. I have to call Esimi. He's not going to reply. Well, he's not going to reply. Well, I guess I'm going to call. Wait. I have to call Trisha. I know she's not going to reply. And if she doesn't reply.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, I'm calling because I'm on Club Shada Live and we are.
Oh my
we need you to endorse as the voice of the Congolese black people in the US. We need you to endorse Kamala.
Oh my God. I'm not doing this. Oh my God. What's up, everybody? Hi.
Hey. So listen.
Yes.
5 minutes of your time.
Yes.
Biden
Yes.
pulls out of the US presidential race.
Yeah.
But he endorses Kamala.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
do you think the people
Oh
will
my
vote
God.
for her?
I honestly, I don't know. I think there's a group of people who are like, anyone but Trump. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So they'll do their best, or they'll try their best to vote in such a way that it will go against Trump.
Mm-hmm.
And
But
then
will it
you
be
have
enough?
this. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. And then you have, another group of people. They're like, "Yay, a woman as a president," and And then you have another group. They're like, "Well, she's the only person we've got, so let's just go with her." So it's It's I don't know. Honestly, like I was telling you earlier, November seems like so far away now, and it's like we really don't know how things will pan out, from now up until November. We really don't know. So
But I mean, listen, I'm not American, so
Yeah.
I.
me neither. So it's just like.
But you live in Canada or the US?
I'm close enough. I'm close enough. I live in Canada.
Yeah.
I reside in Canada,
So-
but
But
I have a lot of American friends, and I go to the States, whenever I can. So like very frequently. So
exactly. So
yes.
in the last 4 years,
Mm.
right, the term of Biden,
Yeah.
did we or did they?
Mm.
Do you think that they did the job, or that she did the job so that she feels presidentiable, if it's the word?
Yeah. No, I see what you mean. Honestly, like I haven't been following, what the Democratic Party has done for the Americans, because for the past 4 years I haven't been looking at it. But like I was telling you earlier, all I've seen from Kamala is just, her being really happy and laughing and having the time of her life and all of those things. So I don't know.
Well, she's not supposed to be sad.
No. We're not saying that we want her to be sad. That's not what I'm saying. But every time I see her, she's always, cackling and having the time of her life. So I don't know, what she has been doing, for the
I mean,
American
she's the
people.
first. She's the first Indian. Why are you laughing?
I'm so glad you're saying this. I'm so glad you're saying this.
Wait.
Yeah.
She's the first Indian, black,
Yeah.
Jamaican,
Yeah.
and she's just Jamaican Indian, or she's something else?
I think that's her. I think
her
that's what
origin,
she's
is
got going on. Yeah, I
Okay.
think that's what she's got.
So
going
she's
on,
Indian, Jamaican, and a woman,
yeah. Oh yeah,
and this is the first time that
it's the first time. Yeah.
there's the first time for all these three to be a vice president.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So, I mean,
she's made history. You
I
know
would
what I mean?
be- I
Whether
would
we
be
like
cackling
her or
too.
not.
like
Yeah.
it's in,
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I mean, in Africa we have that, but there, actually
But
in
what
Congo, our prime minister is a woman, and she's black too.
Yeah. Yeah, we do have some,
And she speaks Lingala.
female. Yeah, we do have some female leaders, in other countries for sure.
Yeah.
So, but in the U.S., yes, it's the first for sure. She's made history. Whether we like her or not, that doesn't matter. She's made
Listen,
history.
I could not say I like her or I don't like her. I actually don't know her.
We don't know. Yeah.
I mean, from somebody who lives outside, to me she appeared. She appeared when Biden won the election. As far as I'm concerned, I think I started really hearing about her like maybe a year before, from outside again, and then after that I never heard from her. I mean, other than when she went to Africa to explain to African leaders that
Which country did she visit? Do you remember?
I don't remember, but I know she was pushing hard for trans rights and stuff like that in countries. They were like, what? Like,
Yeah.
they were like,
They're
what
not
does it
there
have to
yet.
do with
They're
the
not-
money?
they're not-
They were like, what does it have to do with the money we need? We need dollars. Yeah, well, if you want the dollars, you have to. It's like, yo, wait, calm down.
Right.
Calm down with your stuff. No, but there's like this.
Yeah.
There's a
Did
number,
she
infinite number of sexes. Yo. That's
Yeah.
that was the I mean, that's the last time I heard about her in Africa. But other than that, I'm sure that somebody who lives in America probably, I mean, she's vice president, so she
Yeah.
probably does a lot of things. But I don't think she has the. You know, when Obama was president. So let me give it to you as a non-American that is watching from Europe.
From the outside looking in, yeah.
When Obama was the president, the interaction, first of all, Obama was a superstar.
Yeah.
Like him or not as a president, his policies, etc. Listen, he's an American. His job is to continue the hegemony of America. But like him or not as a president, he has this superstar status
Oh yeah.
that
Definitely.
he's a guy that is lovable. He has a
Very
great
charming.
image, charming. He has
Yes,
these
yes.
photos of this guy that was taking a bunch of photos of him. You have these photos where he's checking a janitor, hoop shooting a basketball. Oh, listen, he's a lovable guy. But
Yeah.
another thing that was very, very, very prominent or prominent in his two terms was him and Joe Biden, like the elder brother, little
Batman and
brother.
Robin?
Listen. It was really a power dynamic between the two, and people not only loved Obama, but they also loved Obama with Joe Biden as his vice president.
Right.
He was really like, there was really a lot of things of them together, them being friends, them
had
having
chemistry.
the chemistry, the same glasses. There were a lot of funny stories about, you see, and it was more like, yeah, this is my big brother. Joe Biden is like giving me advice, and I'm the president, but he's the one like. But once Biden became president, that interaction was not sold to us. The way in and even with Trump, when Trump was a president, it's the same thing. Pence was effacé from because of the larger than life style of Trump, right?
The personality, yeah.
Yeah, you the guy was brash. So Pence was you actually didn't see
He was
him,
in the background.
but Pence was enough. And what I've seen in this one is that, yeah, listen, I remember Kamala when she arrived and broke all the records of, woman, Indian, Jamaican, black, etc. Okay, and then never heard from her again. Like, they didn't put her in front of us, like for us to, I mean, us Americans,
In front of the world, yeah.
in front of the world, like, you see.
Yeah. But it's not just I do understand your perspective, but I think a lot of Americans do feel that same way. They're like, well, we don't really know her. Do you know what I mean? We know her stats, we know her profile, we know, what she's done on paper, but like, we don't really know her, right? So it's I don't know. I think it's tough to be American right now. Do you know what I mean? And as far as the elections are concerned, it's really tough because I feel like some people are like, well, we do want the economy to be boosted. We do want to have, food on our table. We do want to, remain the number one in the world and this and that. And it's like, well, where do I go? But at the same time, we have this guy over here. Some people might say he's racist. Some people might say he's anti this, he's anti that. Well, these ones over here, we don't really know what do they stand for. So it's like they're probably asking themselves a whole lot of questions. And I don't know. It's just to me, it feels like a soap opera. Like at this point,
Okay, it's a novella.
like all no. At this point, it's like
It's Brazilian novella. It's like coup de théâtre. It's like, listen, Last episode,
It's
the
like
guy
one
gets
thing,
shot in the
yeah.
ear. What?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, Jesus is with him. Listen, he arrived there, was like, I shouldn't be here. It's God was
How
with
long
me.
ago was
Like,
that?
that was like 2 days ago,
That was
3 days.
2 days ago, right? Exactly. And now
Listen,
we have this. We have
listen. It's
Hey.
Twitter. It's moving at the pace of Twitter. Master Electronic, send me the tweet that you're talking about. Send me the link by WhatsApp. Madze is saying, if the Simpsons are right, the next president is a woman. Listen. Listen. This is a simulation. Like, we are in a simulation.
Like, Trump's band-aid is still on. Like, he's not, he hasn't fully recovered yet. We just received that statement from,
This
Biden's
is crazy.
camp. Did Kamala, did she release something or not
Yes.
yet? I don't know.
She
did?
said, so she said,
Uh-oh.
my goal,
Oh.
what did you say? I saw something she said. Okay, CNN is saying she could be the first black woman and Asian American.
But okay. So they put Black and Asian American, right?
Yeah, they put
It's
both.
not just Black. Okay, good.
No, she's both.
Yeah.
I know that in the US you have the one drop rule. If you have
Yeah.
a percent of black, you black. That's it. But no, she's both because there's a lot of Indians that vote. So, Harris said she was honored to receive Biden's endorsement and intends to earn and win the nomination. I'm honored to have the president's endorsement, and my intention is to earn and win the nomination, she said in a statement. Why did they repeat that twice? Okay. The historic endorsement came after Biden announced Sunday that he's dropping out of the race following weeks of disarray with the Democratic Party. The president's disastrous debate called into question his ability to win a second term and govern for another 4 years. My fellow Democrats, I have decided not to attempt the nomination and to focus all my energies on my duties as president for the remainder of my term. My very first decision as the party nominee in 2020 was to pick Kamala Harris as my vice president. And it's been the best decision I've made. Today, I want to offer my full support and endorsement to Kamala to be the nominee. So when he does that, is he screwing up the plans for the Democrats?
To beat Trump?
No, for the Democrats. Maybe they have somebody else in mind. Harris, the daughter of Berkeley political activists and immigrants from India and Jamaica, grew up in Oakland and spent much of her political career in California Bay Area.
Shout out to Jamaica. Shout out to Jamaica.
After earning her law degree from the University of California, blah, 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 she later served in the San Francisco District Attorney when she put a lot of people in jail, etc. I mean, I heard.
Yeah.
Senator Harris
I heard
was
too.
known for her prosecutorial questioning style during hearings and Trump administration officials and nominees, including Jeff Sessions and future Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh. Blah, 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 and blah, and blah. Well, yeah, listen.
It's tough.
Is it?
It's tough. I mean, it is tough.
Yeah?
It is.
Is
tough.
it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Why?
There are a lot of different elements here, right? So
My
my
question. Excuse me.
Mm.
My question.
yeah.
Do you believe,
Mm.
from the outside looking in, that
Yeah.
this is the party
Right.
line? Like everybody said, okay, now listen, contingency plan, guy, bro, please go sit down somewhere. It's now everybody behind Kamala, and that always been the plan. Because me, that's what I thought 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Because that's what he said. He said,
That's what it looked like.
That's what he said.
Looked like.
He said, I'm serving one term, and then it's her, which makes sense, even if Hillary wanted to be the person. Now, is it what was the plan, or is it him saying
who made that decision?
His own decision, like me. That's the one I endorse. Good luck to everybody.
At that level, though, Kaysha, and I think you'd be way more knowledgeable than me because you actually come from a political family,
Who,
right?
me?
So
shit.
you
The
don't you?
the Clintons of Congo.
You come from a political family.
I do.
So for someone like him, someone like Biden at his level, I don't think, and this is my personal opinion, okay, I don't know anyone who's who's at that level, right, who has reached that level. But this is just my brain cells working here. I don't think that, I mean, yes, even though he's the president, he's the current president of the United States, but I don't think that he took that decision, on his own. He has advisors. He has people that are, applying pressure in the background. They have sponsors. They have all types of people.
Yeah, Pelosi, Obama.
Exactly. So, see, I'm trying not to name names.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm me.
You want to get me in trouble?
No, listen.
But it's a free speech, right?
We are reading. That's what they were saying in the news.
Yeah,
that he's being receiving.
Yeah, it's public information. It's definitely public information.
So we are
We've
not.
Seen it, Pelosi and even Obama. They were like, "Well, he needs to step down." Absolutely. And I honestly, I'm kind of glad that he did that for himself because he's at that age where he's just. I mean, he needs to be taking it easy. He needs to be in bed. He needs to be resting. I don't think people understand. Like people understand, like the amount of work that goes on, right? When you're campaigning, they're on tour.
You have to take the plane. Listen, it's something when people tell me, "Why are you not on tour like crazy like the rest of?"
It's so much.
And I tell the people, listen. When I was in my late 30s, I met Kassav. They were already probably in their early 50s or late 40s. And we meet each other between two planes. And the whole group, they looked so tired.
Oh, yeah. It's draining.
And I was like, okay, I'm not doing this when I'm 50. I'm not doing this. So I was like, okay. I got like 15 years to figure it out. Like I have to prepare myself for what comes after so that I'm not chasing a bunch of little playbacks in clubs at 50 for people who are 20. I'm not doing this because at a point, I used to love going from a plane to another one. I used to love it.
Yeah.
And then by 45, my back start hurting.
Oh my God.
Listen, you get out the airport and you were like, damn, like, because unless you, and I remember having a conversation with Feu Jacob de Varieux, and he was telling me I only fly business for shows. And me, I was like, I don't care. As long as I can see my public, do my show, I'm happy. And listen up, I can fly economic. I don't care. Like, if I can fly business, cool. But I prefer the show to be done. And I'd rather do a bunch of small shows and travel here and there. And sometimes I would do, I'm not kidding you, 20 flights the same month. I could do Paris, Abidjan, show. Abidjan, Yamoussoukro, show. Yamoussoukro, Abidjan, show again. And then Abidjan, Paris, arrive in Paris, go from Orly to Charles de Gaulle, change airports, take a flight the same day, New York show, then do New York, Miami, this, and then come back to Paris. And after coming back to Paris, just one day to remove everything that's on your suitcase, put in the washing machine, take some new clothes, and fly again to somewhere else. I remember that. And when I was in my 20s, that was the best time of my life. I was happy. I was meeting new people all the time, new girls all the time, except cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
In your 40s. So in your 80s, listen, I'm sorry. Listen, my dad was at the race for the senators in Congo, and Congo is now even, listen, Congo gets more corrupted as time goes. So
oh my God.
I was like that. I was like that. Listen.
You're so blunt. Oh
I'm just saying the truth. So I said that. Listen, just enjoy life. Like, you've been in politics the last
his entire life.
60 years.
I saw an old footage of Biden when he was like 29 years old.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he looked 35.
Okay. Do you remember how beautiful Obama was when he was running, and how he was after 4 years?
Oh yeah, that second term was.
Listen, it takes a toll on you. So at a point, listen, you have to listen to your body and just chill. It's okay.
Yeah. And there should be an age limit too, right? When you're in politics, there should be an age limit. I don't know why. It's not just an African thing anymore. Okay, it's not just our African leaders who like to stay in power until they die. Okay, clearly Americans want to stay in power until they die, and it's like no, there's got to be an age. Yeah, the French do. There's got to be an age limit. I'm sorry.
I'm thinking something.
Yeah.
There should be an age limit on both sides. You cannot be too old, but Macron shows us that you cannot be too young either, because you're not ready.
How old was he when he...
39.
Is that too young, though?
He was just coming out of the breast milk. I'm sorry. He was not ready for politics. He was not ready. I'm sorry. I voted for him. He was not ready. Listen, he was not ready. He was, he went in his head. He became a little dictator. Nah, he was not ready. You listen, you need to listen.
Yeah.
Be a mayor of a small village, then a city, just like in China. When somebody become the leader of the Communist Party in China, which is running 1.5 billion people, you cannot go the ranks unless you at least have, for a few years, administered 100 million people.
Right.
Which is like 10 times Portugal or Canada. So all of these people, they have to handle so many people of so many not nationalities, but ethnies and languages and like it's a huge country. And
what are the criteria to become president? Like, selon toi, like what would be because honestly,
in the US,
someone asked me earlier, not just in general, right?
In general, to me, you need to be at least in your 50s or late 40s. To me, at least, and you need to have proven your worth as a leader for the last 10 years in the party and dealing with people, or maybe in companies. And listen, it's not even president to me. It's to be even a secretary of state. Like, you cannot become ministre des Transports after, just because you're the friend of somebody. Nah. Bro, listen, Have you heard about?
Que je suis en train d'entrer des terrains là, vraiment.
Listen. Have you did you see what? So public information, right? In
Yes.
Congo, right? So the president gets elected a few years ago, and he has a new minister of hydrocarbures. So we're talking about somebody's gonna handle buying and selling and handling of billions of dollars worth of oil
God.
and
Right.
and they ask him, so like, what do you know about the whole
Oh
thing?
my god.
And the guy says, well, I have 3 weeks to learn about it. I was like, the fuck? I was like, where did he come from? Oh, well, he was in jail in Belgium a few months ago. What are you talking about? I don't want to know. All right, peace. What? Oh,
But I mean, we're laughing, but that's
Yeah.
actually how that's how it works.
yes. Yes.
It's networking in any
Yes.
field. It's networking. The music industry. It's who you know, who knows you,
Oh, who you
know what I
fuck.
mean? Yes, it's networking.
Yeah, it's network. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it is. It is. It is. It is. For boire du lait.
If you're a friend, right? If you're a friend of a friend, if you're the son of or the daughter of, like that helps. Nepotism helps.
Of course.
And that's just
It can help.
that's just how it goes.
No,
Who
listen,
you're married to helps.
I understand
I mean?
the ways of the world. But now we are talking about voting for people, right? Who will decide of the fate of the boat. Inside of the boat, we are all independent. Me, I don't believe that voting for somebody will change my life. But inside of like who steers the whole ship is important, because if they send the ship to an iceberg, we are Titanic.
Yeah.
And so you cannot just take your friends or the people that you were chilling with and drinking beers back when you were all poor. No, you have to choose
Back in the
the
day,
right people, not the homies from back in the days. Listen, I remember going to one of my artists in 2006 or something like that. I was touring like crazy, and I had to record this artist, Cap Verdean artist. She was a rapper, and it was impossible for me to be on tour and at the same time record the album. So
Right.
I took a folder and put all the beats in there. And I told Elisio, yo, Elisio, you are my lieutenant.
Yeah.
You are Cap Verdean. She's Cap Verdean. I booked the studio for 10 days. While I'm in Ivory Coast touring, please
Yeah.
take care of at least 4 or 5 sessions.
Wow.
Accompany her in the studio. You can just come in with her in the beginning, listen to what she did, just so that when I come back, I can just come and put the finishing touches. And in a way, I'm giving you now a little bit more power inside of the label. And when I came back, they didn't record a song.
Oh my God.
I'm like, bro, what happened? I met this girl and blah, 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 blah. And so, she lives in London. So yeah, I actually went to London. I was like, but
Right.
and that's when I realized, listen,
Yeah.
I recorded the whole album when I came back in 2 days. Because she's a rapper.
Yeah.
Everything is already written. She had everything already written. All I had to do was record. So I said, listen,
Right.
from 8 p.m. till 4 p.m. every day.
Okay. That's reasonable.
Listen.
8 to 4, that's reasonable. Yeah.
Day 1 and 2, listen, she was a good rapper. So she was rapping on time. It was not, we didn't have to record 5 times. She just
Right.
arrived, okay, verse 1. Ba, 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 ba. I was like, yep, sounds good. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Backup vocals. Brum. Okay, verse 2. Boom. Okay. Once I had every verse recorded in, I'm telling you, a day and a half. The third day, I called the chorus and I said, okay, I wrote some choruses for each song. What is this song about? Okay, cool. Wrote the choruses. Boom, the album was ready in 3 days. And
Amazing.
the thing is this, if you know how to steer the ship,
Right.
you don't give the wheel or the gouvernail to your homies. You give it to other people that know how to do it. I learned this the hard way
That have the expertise. Yeah.
because I lost money because I had to pay
Yeah.
$3,000 for work that was not done. And I had to pay the engineer who told me that he was there in the studio waiting. So I had to pay him.
Wow. Exactly. Yeah. Wow.
Oh shit. Master Electronic is saying he's running for presidency of Congo in 2040. We might have a possibility to be in the government. Listen,
Oh my God.
let's make some money.
I don't know. Me, that world of politics, it's scary. It's scary.
It is.
I don't know. How come you're not? How come you're not into politics, Kaysha?
Because I grew up in it, so I grew up hating it. But no, listen, I was not
But-
hating it because of I didn't understand. I was hating it because of the feelings of, first of all, of having my dad away all the time.
Yeah.
Just having him on the phone every day. Every time the phone rang, very early in my life, every time the phone rang, I was asking myself, did they kill my dad?
Wow.
Yeah, because we talked about Mobutu government. We're talking about like the 70s, right? And the
Yeah,
80s. So with everything you were seeing on TV, you were always saying to yourself, and listen, very early when I was a kid, I used to see guns. I grew up with armed gunmen at the gate of my house.
Yes.
Guns in the car, like soldiers in the car. So like I grew up with this. So you grew up with a sort of PTSD of
Exactly.
He's something
You
that
just
happened
never
to my
know, yeah.
parents. You never know. You always like so and especially when you go through the loss of power, the exile, all these things, and then the return. Like I've seen all these things with my dad. So what made me fall back in love with politics, I guess, is DNA. As I got older, by my 30s, 34, I really started really being interested.
Okay.
I really started really like, and actually I started understanding what was said and seeing the bullshit and etc. That's when I started like, that's very interesting. So, and then I really started loving geopolitics. So it's just growing up that made, but listen, I actually am a very fine politician. The only thing is that I realized that the music business is politics.
It is politics.
Listen, I thought the music business was friendship and kumbaya, but this is once you've been in the music business, you know politics. You like some people just wanna they smile in front of you and then they stab you in the back because you are on their way or because you are dangerous. You're like, what you mean I'm dangerous? I just arrived.
You're a threat.
You are a threat. We see you if we let you. Nah.
And especially someone like you, and this is not me like patting you on the back or whatever, but this is the truth, right? I remember when you first came out, it was brand new. Nobody was doing that in France.
Yeah.
Nobody was doing that in the French world, period.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So you
and the African world.
That too, and so you brought something that was that was fresh, that was that we've never experienced before,
and the way of working,
and so that too, and the work ethic as well.
Yeah.
So then you have these people these artists who've been in the game for God knows how long, and then they see you, they're like, well, how come this guy is thriving in this
Yep.
music business. We've been here doing it the way that they want us to do it, and he's doing it his own way.
Yeah. And people, instead of asking you how you do it, they hate you.
But yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
something I understood about politics early is politics is, listen, you have two types of politicians. You have 10% of politicians, and I love to think my dad is part of those 10%. They into politics because they love their country and they really want to change things.
They want to be of service.
They want to be of service, and that's why they put their life in it. And actually, listen, when everybody gets rich, they just get rich. They they make some money and stuff along the way, but especially back in the days. But actually, when you compare with those who are billionaires, you're like, could you at least steal something? I mean, for me, like, and then 90% of the people, it's an ego thing, and it's just the same in music. It's more the ego and the power. Power is drugs.
Yeah.
Is
a drug.
It's a drug. It's a hard,
just like
drug.
fame.
Yeah, power, fame, all that, and you have a lot of people who they want to be elected because they want to stay powerful, and they want to be elected because they get $20K a month, and they can
all
vote
the
for
perks.
things. Listen, you can vote for things. It's in the US, I see this all the time. They vote for things that will, and then they invest in the stock option, $1 million, and after the vote, whatever they invested, the 1 million becomes 5 million.
Yeah.
And they become ultra rich, and they hear giving lessons about the good and the bad to people when they are rich as fuck. So
Yeah.
once you understand this about politics and about the politics of music, and that's where, being smarter than the average, you kind of put the feelings aside and you understand how politics works. Politics work in a way that what they really want is to trigger people. If they trigger people, people vote a certain way. That's it.
No, that is true.
That's
That
all they're
is true.
interested about.
Yeah.
I said 5 minutes. So
Yeah, and the thing too, like we've seen it, and not just in the U.S., but since we're on the U.S. right now, but we've seen it. Some people are very emotional, right? So something happens, or something was said, and so they're
Yeah,
like,
they
"Oh,
are.
I'm not going to vote for him. I'm not going to, oh, he insulted, this group of people, and he did this, and it's like." Just like you said,
It's triggered.
we have to be, exactly. We have to be able to, put our feelings to the side.
But you know the problem?
And yeah.
I was telling this to Body today. I believe that the social media generation is very easily triggered because everybody suffers from
I'm Tyrion.
yeah. And I believe it's because you live in a world where everybody's posting picture for strangers, and the same strangers are posting pictures. Everybody is wanting for immediate attention from likes, and there's a comment box that make everybody think that their opinion matters, etc., etc.
Yeah.
And this creates a bunch of people who are very, very, very easily. Oh, Mama Dalia, hello. Master Electronic just sent me the tweet from John McAfee, who got terminated in prison or suicide himself, I don't know. And this is a tweet from 2020. All right. It says, bro, this is scary. It says, Russia's first time traveler has returned. Guess what he said? In September, Biden is medically diagnosed to be unfit from office and quits. They discovered that the DNC has legal power to choose a replacement without a national vote. Weird, huh? You'll never guess who they chose. Huh? This is from July 2020. From somebody who died since then. Wow.
Yeah.
This is the Matrix.
That's the thing with the internet too. You can actually go back in time.
Listen,
And
you know, if I would run for president of any country, the first thing I do is I hire a team before I start even talking about myself, right? I hire a team to just listen. First of all, my Twitter account becomes private as I'm deleting every tweet I ever did. Everything.
toutes les conneries like that.
Listen, everything. Listen, you know that if you
Attends. T'es là depuis quand? T'es là sur Twitter depuis quand? Ça fait des années, hein?
Since it exists. My first tweet, listen, I've been on Twitter when it was called audio.
Oh my God.
Listen, I'm Twitter user number 100,000 something. And there's billions of people. I don't remember where you can see it in your profile, but my account, I joined in June 2007. Let's say what they say about Twitter.
Kaysha is always ahead of the curve, you know? He's always like one of the first people
Listen,
to join a platform. That is crazy.
you know that. Listen, I was on TikTok when it was called Musically.
Yeah,
And back then,
wow.
the only people who were live were Chinese people. I remember. Listen, if you look on the internet, you might find me putting my mouth in somebody's boobs with crème fraîche. Those photos are there. Listen, there's a lot of cleaning to do for me to become president, or I assume everything, which is more me.
Oh my God.
If somebody showed these pictures, like, this is the guy you want as a president, I'll be like, yeah, you want somebody who lived.
You've lived your life to the fullest.
You want a womanizer? Listen, I was young. I was famous.
Yeah. I was
But-
young and dumb. Yeah.
I was not dumb. Who was dumb? I was not dumb. I was just, listen, I was young and single. That's it.
Oh my God.
That's a problem. That is a problem.
It's crazy.
Listen, I was looking for, I don't remember what I was looking for. And I wanted to show my wife my 33rd birthday party at Bandouche,
yeah.
how crazy it was. And the first picture we see is me with no shirt on and crème fraîche on somebody's boob and me eating like, and I was like, yeah, but that's my friend. And she was like, yeah, that's the girl that you say she's your friend. She's like your sister, and you have her boob in your mouth. I'm like, she's a stripper. It's like, it was a surprise for my birthday. I didn't know. But yeah, c'est compliqué. I'll send you the photo. Cause
Sure. You sent me worse, so it's okay.
hey, deuxième bureau, calmez-vous.
No, not from you, but from other people.
Oh, for me, that's for sure. It doesn't exist.
Yeah.
That's the good thing. I'm on receive only. Like,
Okay.
yeah, I only receive. I don't.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Good to know.
No, thank you. I'm too aware of my situation in the space and time to be as dumb. So no, you will not find nothing with me. Maybe pictures where I sleep. That's it.
Okay.
But not in somebody's bed. Like, it's more in a plane where, the manager just snaps a photo
that's fine.
of you. Yeah,
That's
stuff like that. But like not like the Davido picture at this chick or that stuff. Nah.
Oh my God.
Nope. I'm way too aware of all the risks that, listen, every move I make is ultra calculated, and comes from having a dad that was a spy, I guess.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, for sure. But but yeah, I don't know where this is. Season 1, episode 4
Listen,
of.
this is
You know?
crazy. This is crazy. It's
But I mean, we kind of saw it coming.
yes.
You know, as far
They
as for Biden, we saw it coming.
they
You
put
know,
they were planting the seeds.
exactly.
Last week they started,
Oh yeah,
putting
there were
some
rumors and
yeah. So and it was not on Fox News. It was on NBC, MSNBC.
oh yeah,
So it was
on the
on
major,
their
absolutely.
stuff. So it was like, okay, like let's prepare people. We know how it goes.
Yeah.
I believe that the attempted assassination
Did
on
you? Oh,
Trump.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Kaysha.
Yeah.
Did you see Trump's statement?
What now?
So when Biden released his statement,
Oh, no.
Trump released a statement, and he went in. I was like, Trump,
I thought you were like, oh no. In Michigan, massive crowd.
Oh my god. Yeah, he released a statement, and it was very much like, oh, what has Biden done for the country? Da-da-da-da. Like he was just going in on Biden. I was just like, it was just funny. When you have a moment, make sure to read his statement. It was very funny.
Oh shit.
Sick of this. Well,
I'll check what he said about that. Now, listen, I didn't even.
Can you talk about? I don't know how far you are in the show, but like, can you just talk about how strategic
I was
this
at. I'm 20
for
minutes.
them?
I'm 20 minutes after the end of the show. But go ahead.
Okay, for them, like how strategic it was for them to release, Biden's statement on a Sunday. So that means that next week, c'est fini là.
Well, Sunday is.
Out.
Yeah, I mean Sunday is like the and it's Sunday and it's the holidays. So a lot of the news people are not like everybody's being taken by surprise. So now you can have the whole Sunday to prepare for Monday.
Right.
And
right.
if you are not and listen, it can always be a possibility that you are improvising. But if you are not improvising, normally you had a week already to listen, two ways. Ways number one, improvisation. Ways number one, they've been pressuring him for since the debate. Yo, come on, bro. Listen, stop. Now, listen, hey, it's not blah, blah, blah. And maybe now. And listen, maybe something happened yesterday that we don't know. That we'll know when his wife writes a book. Where something, anything, something personal, something when the guy realizes. Like, like when you have your first gray hair and you're like, oh, I have 3 of them, and you remove them, and 10 years later your whole beard is gray, like me right now.
Wow. Salt and pepper. Is it salt and pepper or like it's fully gray?
No, it's salt and pepper. And
we like
sometimes I like to put some tint. And sometimes I like to keep it natural.
Leave it.
No, it depends. It's a mood. To me, it's really not to hide. It's really because I'm proudly wearing my 50 because my face is not different. It's just sometimes I look at the hair, I'm like, I like it, and other times it's like the mood. It's like women and wig.
Okay.
Sometimes I'm like, no. Especially when I do a show, I'd rather have something uniform. If I had uniform gray, I would, stay like this. For now, I'm still 80% where, I have some patches of, but it's starting to look the way I want, but not yet.
Okay.
But, for example, so I had my beard for the last 2 months, and I used to always dye it. And then, when I cut my beard yesterday, the guy was like, "Yo, you want to put color?" I was like, "No, no. This week,
Yeah.
this week I'm saying like this. That's my feeling of this week." So to me, it's really a question of, and it also goes with the whole style, the persona, and my style gonna move. I'm gonna point. I might be no more t-shirt, only shirts, like, and move with age. I'm not somebody that I'm trying to look young. I'm not interested in that, because I look great for at my age. So, but to go back to the subject,
Yeah.
anything can happen between yesterday and Friday. Something that made him realize, I can't do this anymore. And maybe with his family and everybody telling him like, "Dad, like,
Yeah.
listen, yo." And maybe at that point, he's like, "Yeah, listen."
Because
Yeah.
he looked very frail. Like the
Yeah.
past few
Yeah, yeah,
days,
yeah.
he looked very, very frail. You
Yeah.
know, and it was scary when he was coming down the stairs
Yeah.
out of his private jet. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, these plus they say he has COVID, he keeps having COVID, etc. Like, I don't understand. Like, so maybe at that point, he announces by himself, "All right, listen, I am done. Listen, I'm not running again. I did enough
Right.
service for my country. Sometimes you have to know when to stop." And then everybody's scrambling, and maybe at that point, he also says, "Yo, listen, I'm endorsing that person." But even this might be a surprise to everybody, because they want him to go, but at
Okay.
the same time they're not sure. And all of a sudden he decides to go, and he says, "I want this person." But
But don't you think that
wait,
this is just me?
wait.
Okay.
That is the scenario where everybody's running everywhere, because everybody's getting surprised and surprised. So, and you have to take in consideration Trump's assassination attempt.
Yeah,
How
that was huge.
the debate was already a huge hole in the boat. But then after that, Trump assassination attempt is like, that's a massive explosion in the hole. Like, and now we're taking a lot of water, and now we hit the iceberg and the Titanic. It's time to jump. That's where, like, those two things back to back is like, yo, listen. So this is where I would say it's just life being life. Or
Life is lifing right now.
listen,
okay?
life is lifing seriously. Or you could have something where after the debate, the whole party was like, listen, he has to go. We have to convince him. We will convince him. Obama, take your flight. Come. It's time
Apply
to
that pressure.
And pressure, Pelosi, etc. Yo, listen, the party, and everybody has been preparing Kamala, because they chose her already, and they're like, are you ready? You need to And if it's the case, then all this is just a little, the little comedy that they do just to have people on their, So
Yeah.
what were you about to say? Eminos, what up? MJ, listen. We are living a novella in front of our eyes. Listen, can you imagine? In 2 weeks, we had the debate. Then you had the assassination attempt. Then you have Microsoft going down.
Oh my God, that is
Creating a global outage. And when you think that, that was a crazy 2 weeks,
20?
let me enjoy my Sunday. I go to my massage. When I come out of my massage,
no. Patricia
He steps
texts
down.
me.
Patricia texts me, he dropped out. I was like, yo. You know what, when you texted me, I was on a trottinette.
Look, Kaysha, you can always count on me to text you some very important news.
This is crazy. Listen.
No, honestly, 2024 has been such an intense year. And we're only in July.
Listen,
We're halfway through.
It was, listen,
Okay. Brace yourselves, guys. We're
until November. And listen,
anything can happen. Literally anything can happen. At this point, I'm convinced anything can happen.
And do you understand that the geopolitical implications? Because Trump wins, Ukraine war is over.
C'est ça aussi, hein?
You have to understand that. The guy doesn't walk around in t-shirts everywhere anymore. You have to wear a suit, bro. I'm sorry, like.
Non, mais c'est ça ton
Moi, mes présidents ne marchent pas en boubou quand ils vont aux États-Unis. So I'm sorry, like to me.
Isn't it c'est un manque de respect, non? Soyons sérieux.
Yeah.
T'es un président puis tu
viens en t-shirt partout.
Pour toi, c'est normal, c'est normal.
Non, c'est parce que c'est parce que c'est une comédie.
Oh my God.
Listen, that comedy ends straight away. He's like, yo, listen. He calls Vladimir. He said, Vladimir, you're my wife's cousin. Let's talk. My Ivanka's mom was your auntie.
Yeah.
Let's talk.
Yeah.
Say, yo, Donald.
That's right.
I respect you. You're a real president. What's up? So listen,
you're a survivor.
Do you want to invade the NATO? Of course not. You know I don't. But you understand this. So okay, listen. You keep this. You keep Crimea and over. Yep. Yeah. Talk to T-shirt boy.
Oh my God.
So that's where we are. So we are in this thing where now they will do everything, but everything has failed. And now the guy is at demi-dieu status.
Oh yeah.
Because listen, now we can listen. He did exactly what he should have done. He arrives very calm and he said, I shouldn't be here, but God was with me. It's over.
God did.
Listen, God did. It's over. Goodbye. It's over.
Yeah.
50 Cent was there.
Like how can you compete with that?
You can't.
On a human, like how can you compete with that?
This is why he's dropping.
Yeah.
Because you at least you were like, nah, bro, you're not going to make it. But you could still say, no, I can. But now you realize, bro, maybe they saw the all the calculations and everybody was like, hey, listen, you have no chance.
And here's the thing, Kaysha. If someone like you, who is
don't put me in this
not no, but check this out. If someone like you, right, you gave your analysis, which I thought was very brilliant, by the way.
Thank you.
You gave your analysis and you were like, yo, for Biden to beat Trump is going to be very, very difficult, right? You're not in the US. You're not, one of their advisors. So what do you think is happening in those offices in the US? This is panic mode right now.
Listen, the moment
they're on panic mode. Yes.
The moment.
So if you you are, you can see, right.
Imagine one top advisor, right? Was getting head from his boyfriend.
Oh my God.
Right? And all of a sudden his 5 phones are running. Right? Trump has been shot. She's like, what? Remove the head of the boyfriend, goes and
God.
turns
I'm
on
not
the
doing this
TV,
with you, Kaysha. I'm not.
turns on the TV, turns on the TV, and what does he see? Assassination attempt, boom, CIA running. The guy is like
Insane.
crisis mode.
Panic mode.
Panic
Yeah.
mode, crisis mode, gets call from every listen, that's the phone
Yeah.
that when it rings you have to answer. That phone rings. Right? And now, bro, you have to put your pants back and go. You have to be in the White House now. You have to be
Yep.
in the
Immediately.
offices where thing
Yeah.
and now they have the
They need to make a movie.
no, there's a
Honestly,
series. There's a series called
no,
Scandal. Like Olivia Pope. That's what you're saying. Like you can even hear the you know the the transitions. Like and when you hear the first thing you look at is what are the polls saying? What is the opinion of the people? Like, right? So you're gonna have a bunch of people saying he's been staged, but then you realize, wait a minute, you get word from the secret services and the people who know are telling you, no, it happened and 3 people got shot, 1 is dead.
Exactly. Yeah.
So now you know, listen, we lost. Listen, if this was 3 weeks before election day, it was over. The only luck they have is that they have 4 months ahead of them.
Yeah, which is a lot, by
That's
the
a
way.
long
A
time.
lot.
Listen,
Yeah.
Trump can actually they don't, as I was saying to a friend of mine, I was saying, listen, the only person that can
Mess it up.
is himself. Everything else is good, but he's the only one who can mess it up. This guy's calling me now. Yeah. So he can mess it up by himself.
I wonder what kind of background do you need? What kind of professional background do you need to become, an advisor, right? At that level. Do you know what I mean?
I guess you need to study and then you move the ranks, You study and you like a secretary and then it's like,
I think
you
have
can
to
be a political major, probably. You have learned science of economics, of politics, sorry. And then, because, a lot of people are asking me for advice. Listen, what did my NDA say? I know I worked for, I cannot say what I did. I worked for Google.
Are you sure? Are you
I hope so. But I worked for Google, for YouTube, sorry. Okay. And what else? I'm trying to remember if another company. I also work for my distributor, believe. Because sometimes when I send them issues that I have with the websites, my issues are so detailed that they tell me, would you want? And I'm like, and then I said, normally this should work like this. And when you do this, this is in current with this and this. So then they're like, would you want to participate in beta? So I'm like, yeah. So I did before, and they paid me not that much money because it was just, but I had a lot of features, for example, on YouTube, month before they came out to the general public.
See, always ahead of the curve.
Yeah, well. So, and actually, some artists and some labels, they want me now to just help them with the direction of what they do, and the just like, we want to do this, we want to release that this way. What do you think? And I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, 300 per hour. That's how I'm gonna do now. Because like there's an artist that just asked a friend of mine, and I told my friend, tell him 300 for 1 hour conversation.
Okay.
Which is not that much to me, But yes, I'll start there because if I do like 2-3 hours per day, yeah, well, listen, that's 900
Yeah.
a day.
Yeah.
People are starting to understand and to realize that you have some people, they really have brains that are quick to analyze, and they are able to think of 1,000 scenarios quickly. And me, this is something this is why women hate me. I'm going to explain to you
Oh, okay.
why.
Oh my God.
All the women that I date hate me
Okay.
while they're dating me, and when it's over, they all regret. And I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
When I have a conversation with you, I already thought about all the different answers that you could give me,
Right.
and all the answers that you are about to give me, and all the answers I'm going to give you to all your different answers. And I always have the whole tree of the conversation. That's why you have the impression when you're talking with me in live that I have an answer for everything. It's just that already, especially if I know you already, I know exactly what's going to trigger you, how you're going to do, and when you're going to start saying this, and how you're going to change the conversation to that. I already had that conversation with you in my head before I call you.
Right.
So once I call you, I know exactly where I am in the tree of the conversation. It is very hard to have me not being able to answer to something. And if I don't answer, I might, of course, I can be frustrated just because I'm like, that's exactly what I knew you would say. Or I could just decide to let you have it.
Right.
But I'm always in control. And these type of people, yeah, that's the type of people that they want to tell them the hard truth. So when you have somebody like that, you might hate that person because he's going to tell you, listen, I remember back in 2006, I get a call from the head of the label, my partner, and he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, what you mean? You put all the music videos on YouTube. And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, how are we gonna sell DVDs? And I tell him DVDs are dead.
No.
But DVDs actually died 5 years later. But to me, I already went to the conclusion. I'm like, listen, internet, this thing is gonna go faster. I read about it. Okay, ADSL, then there's gonna be this, then there's gonna be that, then there's gonna be this 10 gigabytes. Wait, listen, and as we are at 56 baud, which is like probably 500 times slower than what we have now. But when we were there, I was reading about the MP3s, I was reading about this, and I was telling people, listen, cinemas, movies, CDs, VHS, everything, it's out. It's over.
Yeah.
And everybody was in the middle of it telling me, are you crazy? I just built a brand new factory to build CDs. I was like, don't invest. Don't invest. Invest in this. Invest in and so that's why I was the first ever African artist to sell 100,000 songs on iTunes. And nobody talks about it, but I don't care. But I was the first one because I was the first one there. Simple as that.
Yeah.
But there was nobody there. Right. I was there. There was nobody on YouTube. I was there. Like I have my YouTube channel pays my rent, pays 2 rents by itself.
Wow.
And
amazing.
But it's just because I'm always ahead of the curve, and that because I think far ahead. And those people that are in that circle and that are trusted, that's their job. To look at the situation and be like, yo, listen, if it's you, if it's Biden, it's over. Especially after these last 2 weeks. After the debate, it was complicated, but we could do a lot of interviews where you take some coffee, you look energetic, you speak a certain way, and we can edit. Right. That's what it did.
Yeah, That's what they did.
I
Because
know.
some of yeah, exactly. In some
I
of the
know.
interviews, he looked, he looked
Yeah,
poised. He was,
exactly.
answering. He had a lot of confidence and stuff. And then the assassination, the attempt happened, and that just
Yeah. That was around
that
2010, I guess, 2009. I don't remember.
shifted.
Yeah. So after the
shifted the entire
assassination
thing,
attempt,
yeah.
it's over. It's
Yeah.
like after that, you can forget about this, and you need to have people like me. Listen, I remember exactly like you probably didn't see the episode, but now you have to watch it, and then
I have
after
to go
that
back
you
now.
and that after that watch Trump's speech at the nomination. I said I said verbatim. I said he's gonna say I was looking a certain way and the bullet was about to go in my head and I would be dead, but then God, Jesus' hand turned my head to the side, and because of that, I'm here. So God blesses America. Listen, now go watch what I said, and then after that, go watch Trump
What he
and the way he was very calm, very solennel, and that's exactly that. Everybody keeps saying in the chat that they love your laugh.
Oh, me. Thanks, guys.
This is a third person that is saying her laugh, le rire de la dame.
Thank you, guys. Yeah.
But yeah, so it's I believe that all the top advisors, the big ones, and then even you have people, they are really political analysts that they don't really work for you. They just they work for the analytics. And I think that's the difference between me. I'm not emotional when I'm analyzing something. I'm not saying to myself, "Oh my God, CDs are gonna die. What am I gonna do?" Like a bunch of artists and producers. Me, I'm like, all right, MP3, internet. Okay, CDs are dead. All right, so MP3, internet, it is. That's the way I think, and that's the way I've been approaching the music business and even politics. Like when I look at all these things, I'm like, okay. And so I don't come from an emotional point of view. I come from an analytical point of view.
Exactly.
And these type of people, somebody
They have the
probably
same
called
approach,
them and they were like, yo, listen, the debate, you should do this, do interviews like this, nothing live, so we can cut, so we can do this, so we can even put AI if we want. So
Nothing
like,
live.
we can like nothing live, no more live. And like, no, his wife bringing him to the thing, like, no, his wife telling him, I'm so proud of you, you answer all the questions. What are you talking about? What are you doing? What are you doing? Like, no, nothing of that. You have to look like a leader.
First lady.
Listen. You cannot call yourself the leaders of the free world, which is this is the biggest lie. Listen. Okay, anyway, you cannot call yourself the leader of the free world, the biggest, the number one nation on earth with bases and soldiers all around the world, hegemonic empire, and have somebody that represents you, that looks like this. When you have Putin, when he walks, boom. You cannot. It's not possible, because all these countries who have been waiting the last 80 years to take their revenge, to become number one, to regain control of their geographic areas, they look at you and they're like,
is this a joke? Yeah.
They're like, look at this. Look at these people with their pink hair. That's what they all say. So all these analysts, they look at this and they're like, okay, what we need now is you to look strong. And then after that, assassination, they call the analyst again. They're like, you need to go Kamala. Like, you need to go Kamala. now, or whoever you have, Newsom, like you need young, strong. You need like, cause you know,
I think they. I mean, of course, once again, we're not Americans, right? But
Yeah.
I think, like I was saying earlier, there has to be an age limit. Like at this
it
point,
depends. It depends because 80.
come on, 80.
And
But
80
you're
listen.
80 something. You're 80 years old, and you probably have a medical condition. He probably
I don't know.
does.
We
We
listen.
don't know, right?
80
I'm
and
saying
80.
probably. He probably.
You know that 80 and 80 is not the same. Like when I
It's
see
not the same,
my
'cause
dad, my dad is 80.
Trump and Biden, they're not too far apart in age.
No, I know, but
Like, they're very
look
close,
the difference.
you know?
Look the difference.
Exactly.
Now,
One is frail, and the other one is
yeah, the one is
a
here is
survivor.
big. But look, if you, my dad is 80, and of course you can see that he's a little more frail than before. You can see it. It's normal. It's life.
Yeah.
But listen, sharp as ever.
His mind is so
his
sharp,
mind
right?
is super sharp. Like he's at the casino every night. He enjoys life.
Oh.
He's there. He's like, but yeah. Listen, when you go to the dinner, I mean, it's always been like that. When we go to dinner, it was always fall asleep after eating. That's the normal stuff. But you can just see the difference of what age does. But if you would tell me that my dad was running for president of Congo, I would say, yeah, he can make it. He can completely do his term easy, 4 or 5 years easy, because you can see that, yeah, listen, continues to travel all the time, continues to do his things that I cannot talk about, etc. Like, but if you take the two, the when he says, yeah, we're not so far apart, it's not a good argument, because no two people age the same time, the same thing. Some people died at 65, other at 100. So this is a bad argument. The thing is here, you guys are both talking, and one is almost not here,
Struggling.
and the other one is just looking at you. And listen, you guys know each other forever.
Forever.
So even the guy, even if they have to talk a certain way for the troops, for everybody to trigger the people. But even you look at the burn, you're like, damn, bro. Like maybe after that you call each other, bro. Come on, like quit.
Yeah, I know there was this one journalist, I can't remember on which channel he worked for, but he was saying how he saw the decline, in Biden's just, even his posture, and yes, of course, I mean, he's aged, but
Yeah.
if, like, we're not the only ones seeing the decline.
Me, the
You know what I
debate,
mean?
for me, the debate was sad. It really made me sad.
Yeah, it was.
To me, I was like,
It was.
I was like, you guys should stop abusing that person.
It was abuse, definitely. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, to me, I was like, come on,
Yeah.
like, enough.
Yeah.
Enough.
Yeah.
Like, leave. Like, but sometimes it's the people who are like, I'm going. Like, again, like I told you, I'm seeing legendary group artists in the airport, and I'm like, listen, I told myself, when I'm 50, I don't want to be like this. I don't want to go from an airport to another chasing money. That's exactly what I said to myself. And I was probably 30 something. And listen, one of them died doing what he loved, but he died how? By getting COVID from a show. And how? Because he needed to do it.
Yeah.
Me, the whole COVID part, I was at home and I had nothing to do outside.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to be outside. And as I was at home, I was making more money than when I'm outside, because my money was just coming in and not being spent.
Right. That too.
And a lot of people had no choice to go perform in clandestine parties and stuff, because they had to pay the bills. So listen, come on.
Because Kaysha, vas-y doucement aussi.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
But that's the truth.
Yeah, but even someone as big as Michael Jackson, he said it himself. He hated touring. Touring is draining.
It is.
It's draining, man. Like,
Listen,
no,
I'm gonna tell you what
no,
is like. Listen, some simple things. I'm in Kinshasa, in an elevator. I'm in pajamas. I'm just going to get. Listen, I still look like shit. Actually, I want to eat and go back to sleep.
Right.
I'm in the elevator. There's one woman. She takes her phone. She does a video call. I don't even think nothing because I'm minding my own business. And then once whoever is on the other line, and she's like, voilà Kaysha, parle-lui. I'm like, what? Listen, these little microaggressions by fans that just don't know boundaries are draining, because you need to call all the patience that exists in your body to not slap that person.
Oh my God.
Or throw the phone away. One day, I'm with my wife.
Yeah.
8 years ago. Long time ago. We go into the movies. So we don't have a kid yet. So we go to the movies. The movies at midnight. It is 11:55, and we just arrived. Like we decided that we were going to the movies 10 minutes before. So we just grabbed something to wear and we're running, and we hear, and my wife is like, hurry up so we can get the popcorns. And then there's a woman that arrives and says, oh my God, Kaysha. I'm like, hey, what up? Oh, can we do a selfie? So, it's not a girl. It's a woman, my age, 50s, with her kids. And so listen, my wife is looking at me like, and I'm like, yeah, listen, I have to do my job, the fans, like I'm known to be. And so I do one photo. She takes the photos. It is now 11:54, 56. And she looks at the photo and she's like, oh, that's not my good side. All right. She does another photo.
Another one. Yeah.
So she finishes a selfie. All of a sudden, her sister is like, what is going on? And she's like, look who I found. Oh my God, listen. Take the picture for me. It's even better so we can have the whole. Okay. So now you're like, and now my wife is looking at me.
Yeah, it's a photo shoot at this point.
And my wife is like, what are you doing? And I'm like, well, taking pictures with my fans. So now the sister is taking photos. Now she's also wants to take a photo. So now they're telling their kids that they have to take a photo. And I'm like, okay, guys, listen, let's do a group photo. Because I have a movie waiting. I have to go. So we do a group photo. They look. And now she tells her daughter, come take a photo with Kaysha. And the daughter says, so the daughter is probably 14, 15. And she doesn't know me, which is normal. Because at that time, I'm probably 42. And she's 14. So she has no clue. So she's like, no, I don't want to. And then she's like, Mom, leave him alone. Because she sees my wife. Yeah. Who's been with me at that point for 2 years only. And she's like, can we go to the movies? It is now midnight in 2 minutes. And the mom says, oh, he can't wait. That's his job. And that's when I look at her. I'm like, I'm sorry. And I just left. I just left them there. And I continue my life. Because some people, they don't know when they go from doing a photo with pleasure to abuse. Sometimes I'm in a club and I have 45 people waiting in line with security and stuff. Everything is organized after a show to take photos.
Yeah.
And because I came to work and I'm paid for that,
That's different.
in my head, I know that everybody's going to do free photos.
Exactly.
I already know they're going to, especially now, you can look directly. So they're going to do it. Look, da 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 da. I'll swear again. I have to go to Snapchat, put the filter. Can you say something?
The meet and greet,
Exactly.
like Chris Brown.
Oh, listen, and they want to grab you. They want you to grab them. All that stuff. No problem.
Yep.
But because you know that is part of your job tonight, I can listen until the end of the night. I don't have any issue, and only when there's no more and nobody and it's done. I say cool. All right, take me to the hotel. But when I'm in my normal environment, I'm just going to buy bread, or I'm just going to chill or go to the shopping. I don't have to do anything because you're not paying. So now imagine if this is draining.
Yeah.
Imagine being a president and you have to fly. You have to go from one country to another. You have to, and the campaign will drain you the next 4 months. You have to go city to city, get those votes, etc.
Just doing. I mean, of course, you do know this, but just doing interviews, right? It requires a lot of concentration, especially at that level, right? Even though, yes, they are fully prepared, for those questions and whatnot, but still, it's work.
And you might be tired.
People think that, exactly. People think, they just wake up and they start talking. No, you have to prepare for those, meetings and for those interviews. And
especially if you have to talk economics. You have to talk numbers. You have to talk about a lot of things that you need to know the numbers. And you cannot be fumbling the words. Like it is complicated. So at a point, once you arrive there and you imagine that you're gonna be like 85 when you're done, bro, like enjoy your life. Enjoy. Like you did a lot. You're a billionaire. It's okay. Like, Papa,
like he's done. He's done enough. I think honestly, if I were Biden, I would be so proud of myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, listen.
He's had a successful, political life.
Yeah, indeed. This is something that I didn't like. There's something I really didn't like in the way people were talking. I found it offensive because they kept using words like unplug, like they were like, as if it was somebody in the coma. Like it's something.
I see. Okay.
I really didn't like the way they were phrasing like it. I was like, yo, guys.
You know how people are like on the internet,
No, I'm talking about journalists on TV.
Even journalists too. They were using those terms.
Yeah, they were using those terms. I was like, yo, guys, like, okay, come on. It's not somebody in a coma. He's a person that's alive. Like chill.
Yeah, he's still functioning.
Yeah, he's a person, and listen, like, it's just that at a point you have to know when to remove yourself from. You don't see Jimmy Carter. You don't see those presidents. Like at a point it's time to just be at home, chill, enjoy,
just chill, relax.
Relax. Golf, get tantric
Même ça
massages.
aussi, c'était rentré dans le débat là, le truc de golf.
Oh yeah, the guy. I was like, these guys are not serious. These guys are not serious.
Sont des amis de longue date.
Listen. When he almost got shot and he said, I called Donald, I was like, look at this. Those are homies. Let me call the homie Donald.
Yeah.
Well, anyway.
Yeah, I mean, we're taking it, one day at a time.
One episode of the novella at a time.
Yeah. Exactly. And really anything can happen at this point.
Anything can happen. So I'm supposed to be live on TikTok. And by the way, what is your Instagram? Because I lost my Instagram. I have to.
Is that why? Because I wasn't seeing you anymore.
Oh yeah. Listen.
What did you do?
Nothing.
Really?
I did nothing. They just went crazy with me. Like, there's a whole episode where I explain what happened. But
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna
basically,
have to check it out.
the bots decided that my daughter's Instagram was posting forbidden pictures,
Ooh.
and then I said my daughter's Instagram, and then I was like, no, you guys are crazy. And then after that, they said, oh yeah, true. That's the bot. The AI made a mistake, and then when it was supposed to be done, they all of a sudden I receive a message telling me that because that Instagram is posting something and it's linked to your Instagram, all your Instagrams are gone and your Facebook pages.
Oh wow.
So
Oh,
lost everything.
Yeah. Do you miss it? No.
No, not at all. Not even one day. I was just like, yeah, all right, peace. But I sent you my new Instagram.
Okay.
I'm putting it in the chat also for those who want to follow me on my backup Instagram. That's the only one that didn't. So it's funny to go from having 180,000 followers.
Yeah.
What? They're talking about l'enfer de la prison de Makala. La prison centrale de Kinshasa dévoilée dans des vidéos inédites. Oh, Lord. We fucked. They're talking about this in Belgium TV. Oh my God. On va pas s'en sortir. Yeah, that's how I ended up. So it's interesting to go from whenever you post has thousands of likes and between 20 and 200 comments to posting stuff and having 0 comments.
Oh no. But I mean,
but listen, I don't care.
It's not like you because you know this very well. Some people, they need that attention.
No, I don't.
From social media. You know what I mean? And you're not like that.
No,
exactly.
I don't.
So
and I have I have so much people following me on TikTok, for example, that it's to me it's just if you don't want me here, no problem. I can go there.
Exactly.
I can go there. What is your Instagram again? So I can try to follow you out. They only let me follow 5 people per day. Yeah. After that, they say, "Are you a bot?" And I'm like, "These people."
Oh, that's crazy.
What is your IG?
Okay, I'll send it to you.
Yeah, send me.
She's overseas on the score. I'll send it to you though.
Oh, you changed again?
I changed like last year, in 2022 or something.
Oh Lord.
I only changed once.
Okay.
Last year, yeah.
I found somebody called Annette, expat in Canada. That's not you.
That is definitely not me. No, I'll send it to you on WhatsApp.
Yeah. Lord.
Yeah.
And now,
but honestly, me, I feel like, I don't know, like the people that I want to keep in touch with, they have my number. That's how it works with me. You know what I mean? So
listen, same for me. And it's the only thing to me, right? Is the unfair part of the thing. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
It's you built on a platform like before it was called Instagram, plus Facebook. Yeah. You build 1 million followers. You post 15,000 photos and videos and stuff, and it gets taken down for nothing because AI makes a mistake.
Crazy.
That to me is the crazy part, and the crazy part is that you cannot talk to nobody because
I was about to ask if someone actually called you.
No, of course not. You just wake up and it's gone. You just wake up and it's all gone. The only thing you can do is like they made it intentionally so that it's impossible to connect with anybody because it's all bot. So if I go to my Instagram, like normally I have I spent more than 200,000 in publicity for music and stuff. So I have a business account there where they
Right,
keep
right.
sending me emails of
Yeah.
publicity and stuff because they don't even realize, because it's just a bot mistake. And
Wow.
I cannot go to my Facebook business account where actually there's a chat for business people, because they also took down my Facebook central business account that
My
controls
God.
my Instagram, my labels Instagram,
Yeah.
my
They took
clothing,
everything.
Club Shada
Yeah.
page, my 8 Instagram accounts, plus all the Facebook pages. They all here, but I cannot post nothing because I don't have an account that have access to them. I don't have any
Yeah.
account with admin access to those Facebook pages. So all you
Wow.
can do is just talk to somebody that is inside. So you need to have, and so I get a bunch of people that tell, hey, where you been? Where's your Instagram? I'm like, I explain
Yeah.
to them, oh, let me call such and such, and then nothing happens. So maybe, who knows? I'm gonna be in a party and I'm gonna meet Mark. It'll be, ça tombe bien.
By the way,
Tu tombes bien. It's like, yo, listen, because on IG you have a long conversation. I was like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but give me your IG. I'm gonna follow you. Love
Did
the
he,
conversation. And I'm like, I don't have an IG.
was it Boosie? Yeah, Boosie had issues with Instagram.
Yeah, he lost his
And
Instagram
was-
for 8 months or something like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the Instagram is there. The account is there.
Yeah.
It's just disabled, so nobody can access it or see what's inside it until they.
Yeah, I wasn't seeing your funny post anymore.
Yeah. You have to follow my backup page.
All right. I'll do that.
All right, those were. Thank you for giving us 5 minutes of your time. It was a pleasure.
Anytime, anything for the team, we already know.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We stay posted. Listen, I'm gonna spend the rest. I mean, I'm supposed to be live on TikTok, but I think I'm gonna keep it for tomorrow, so I can be live earlier tomorrow. But
Yeah.
now I'm gonna turn on my TV and I'm gonna watch every single. I'm gonna watch the French news, the French analysts, the Portuguese news, the Portuguese analysts, the U.S. news, the U.S. analysts, the leftist, the right wing,
Oh, everyone.
everyone. So,
Even the Green Party. You watch all of them. All of them.
all of them.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's insane. What a time to be alive.
What a time to be alive. Listen, crazy.
Yeah.
But I have to call you back and have you again on the show, because you're
Yes,
always
and
a great host, so we can talk.
And here's the thing. And by the way, guys, he always does this to me. He always calls me out of the blue, so I'm not prepared. But
don't need
next
to be
time,
prepared.
hopefully, no, I do.
We're gonna have like some good debate about men and women stuff, like some stuff like that.
No, that's good. That's good. I'm down for. I'm up for the challenge. So it's all good.
Perfect. Alright, sis. Kisses.
All right.
Talk to you
Thank
soon.
you.
Bisous.
Bisous. Bisous à la
Ciao.
famille.
Merci.
Bye
Toi
bye.
aussi. Ciao. Listen, this was. I hope you enjoyed the show with Trish, and as always, this show is brought to you by Shada Club Gods of Good Fortune. You can follow me on Instagram, Amari Jand. Link is in the chat until until I get the main account back. Hopefully we didn't have no audio issues with the music. I have to really work on this, and I'm gonna leave you with my latest tracks. My latest track called Until. It's not my latest, it's one of my latest tracks. It's called Until We Die, and in collaboration with DJ Satellite and Afrowave. And I will see you when I will see you. Put a lot of unicorns in the chat if you enjoyed the show. And I was supposed to be on TikTok now, but I'm going to be there tomorrow for my French show, Internet du Village. So follow me on TikTok if you want to see me there. I hope you enjoy the show and have a great night, everybody. Yes. Calme-toi, Spotify. Oh. Voilà. I'm telling you, this thing is pissing me off. I have to turn off Spotify, turn it on again.
I gotta double down, baby, I love you. Forever. Tell them they can go to hell with what they think about me. I'm here for you. I'm here for you until we're done. I gotta double down, baby, I love you, and that's forever. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Tell them I don't give a F about what they